Hi. Yesterday there was a discussion going on about favorite story, and randomly out of nowhere, someone asked me, "What's your favorite story?" Although the question was, "What's your favorite childhood story?" Grapes are sour, Fox really came. I'm just taking out names, but so these were the stories that were to be mentioned. But out of nowhere, there was this short story that I used to read. Yeah, that was around 15 years of my when I was 15. So that has stuck with me for a long time, and I talk about that. I talked about that, Jimmy Valentine, and then it wasn't that happened in a very moment sort of thing. Someone asked me, "What's your favorite story?" I said Jimmy Valentine, and then they say, "Oh, what's it about?" And I randomly say, "Oh, but I need to stop it. Stop making it my favorite, right? Because I don't like the ending of the story." Now, this wasn't something I planned, and it was just in that moment it came out of my subconscious, because I've been thinking how life actually has taken a lot of parallels from that story. This story is about a criminal. Obviously, I'm not a criminal, but there are certain things. For example, Jimmy Valentine is a loner. He doesn't have friends. He likes working out alone. He is good at what he does, but at the end of the day, he has connections, but he doesn't have friends. So I think that's what I somehow imbibed in my life. I was like, oh wow, that's and then there is this what I do not like about the ending is that Jimmy Valentine walks off from his friends he has made, or from his lover, right? Now, how is this happening to me? There are many stories that I obviously cannot share here, but because this was my favorite story, I don't know, somehow I actually imbibed in my life. I have never liked farewells. Okay, whenever I'm wishing someone goodbye, I cannot make eye contact, or there's no happy, okay, we are going. It's very difficult for me. I feel really stressed when I'm saying goodbye to anyone. But you have to say it, so you just be like. But I have realized this now. It used to be okay, goodbye, but now I'm trying to be a little bit more warm to people, and when I'm saying goodbye, it's just triggering that sort of that reaction that hasn't been there before. Reason is I don't like goodbyes. I never attended any farewells in my schools, colleges, or any jobs anywhere. I always left places with looking at them, just standing there, looking at them, being charmed by the place, and thinking about a few memories, and then just leaving from there. I never celebrated these things. So somehow that part of it, and how Jimmy Valentine walks away from everyone at the end of the story, has been parallel. Now, why I want to change this is because if I keep doing that, I love, okay, this, I don't want to say that, but because power of spoken word, it comes true. Whatever negative in that moment I say, comes true. So, sorry, just a little bit of cough and cold. So when Jimmy Valentine is moving away, and how it is impacting me, and I have tried to mimic that in a lot of different ways. Obviously not in that setting, it's just very subconsciously, deeply connected what I'm talking about. So now I changed my favorite story. So what would be my new favorite story? So there is this new favorite story called The Greatest Story Ever Told. Okay, that's going to be my favorite story. And who's the writer of this story? Me, Sahil Lakhan Paul, right? Because that's the greatest story ever told. Still have empty pages. The story that has been lived till now, and obviously there's a lot of empty pages left there which I can fill. Now I know this is a motivational sort of thing that I'm pumping myself into, but I think it really. I'm really getting there, designing my life. I have now in certain part of my young, obviously I'm young, but earlier young early years, I had this thing where I was stressed about, okay, is that life? That's it? Is that the template that I need to live? Now, whatever I liked it or not, life has pushed me into designing it the way I want. I have taken on challenges, and now I'm in that position where I believe that it's not going to be a template life. I am going to design that life, and this is not going to be, Jimmy Valentine is not going to be my favorite story. It's gone out of the park. Sahil Lakhan Paul will write his own greatest story ever told. And now this is sort of, this year is actually a lot of challenges for me. I'm interacting with a lot of young people, especially young girls. Now when I'm talking to them, there is a little bit of things that I'm realizing about myself, how sometimes it makes me feel a little bit older. Although my age is not that old, I have always thought about this, my age is not that old, but because the pandemic times I was alone, and then somehow there is this maturity that sort of has time. Those 2 years seems like 5 years or 6 years I have advanced in life in certain context. But with respect to the social context, or with respect to what's going on the social media, I am just less than those 21-year-olds, because when I see them and they are like telling me about new trends, and then they are talking about this, and I'm like, oh, because now you're like, technology is coming in. But I have also realized that people are, if you give a chance to everyone, they have the humility to understand that situation. Especially that's the major part of my interactions that I have had, and I'm trying to learn that part where I'm not socially awkward anymore. I know I'm making some mistakes, I'm going around, I'm just learning about few things, and I'm just considering those factors, but on the other hand, there is this innate wisdom that has, I don't want to, like, right now it's a little bit restless, but it's not I'm not being able to portray it. There is, because of this up and down here, I'm just trying to see where I can survive this year, and also learn through this year. This is fascinating. I'm trying to make new friends, and that's not me actually. I shouldn't say this. I will start probably saying that I'm very friendly person, and I go out and talk to people. Exactly, that's what I'm doing. I'm going out of my comfort zone and going to meet people, and just letting my guard off. So now there is a lot of this new habit that is coming in. I'm just letting my guard there, and understanding the life. Okay, so there is certain aspect where I realize that, okay, I was like that a little bit. I know more than him. When you're very young, you are always a little bit cocky. So I give that edge to certain young people, that they, if they show a little bit cockiness, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know it better than me. So that's how I think I'm progressing in life, and I'm liking this stage of my life where I'm very happy and content with what's going on, and understanding people around, trying to navigate different age groups. There is this age group of 60 years old, or there is this age group of 20 years old, 25 years old. I'm interacting with them, and then I'm trying to 25 actually comes to my age group itself, but I'm talking about that 20 to 25 age group, where there is this still that, okay, we are a little bit more vibrant, and we are doing this and that. So that's a little bit of a fun part of this year, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the remainder of the year. One example that I wanted to just end with was that I actually sang karaoke at one of the VU events. Okay, I don't believe that I did that, but that's the reality. I just went there, sang that karaoke, and literally what happened was, I'm not going to say people were like, "Ooh," no, no one was like that, because the girl next to me, standing next to me, she's like, okay, Sahil, she switched off the mic and she's like, stop it, that's really bad. She started dancing. So I asked her what happened. Was it bad? She's like, no, it's really bad. But that's fun part, right? I don't care. I'm just going out expressing myself. So yeah, this is new me. Thank you.